investors.
Are you new to real estate, struggling in real estate, wholesaler, cash buyer, and you're looking for better ways to close more deals? You're in the right place. Each week, I pick a random house off the internet, analyze it for a cash deal and a creative deal. This week, I brought my 9-year-old daughter in, and she's going to help break this thing down and show you guys how easy it is to do this. Now, we've already been through this, but this bonehead right here forgot to push record. So we might go through it a little bit quicker than normal, but I got my sidekick here and she did a phenomenal job. So when I started this podcast, my goal was simple. It was to help beginners and struggling investors close their first deal or their next deal, all using low to no cost tools to analyze properties and craft strong offers. Welcome to the Corner Barn. This is the weekly deal analysis. Let's get into the show.
If you haven't already done so, go like and subscribe.
This week on the show, we are going to analyze 7210 South Fur Place in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, which is just outside of Tulsa. Give me the room's breakdown.
It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet, and it is 1/4
Acre.
acre.
How much are they asking?
239,000.
Perfect. All right, let's look through these pictures and see what kind of condition this thing's in.
That's
It's a
pretty good.
corner lot, pretty house, 2-car garage. Roof seems to be in good shape. Nice fenced backyard. Grass is pretty long there. All right, so a little brick front. Everything else is siding. Nice little front porch. That's nice flowers. They are pretty.
Especially like the bench.
So here we got the inside. So this is the living room. And then the kitchen's over here. This door opens in this way. This door might hit the couch. I don't know.
You might want to like scooch it.
Right?
Near the table.
All right, so here's the kitchen. And they do have the little overhang here for the breakfast bar. And good cabinetry. All of black appliances except for the white refrigerator.
I like the sink.
It is pretty. It looks like Formica countertops. There's your dining area. Down the hall. So here's one bedroom.
Attic or something?
If I had to guess, that is where the water heater is or the HVAC.
What's an HVAC?
The heating and cooling system. The reason I say that is because this thing is right here. And that's an air vent.
Okay, makes sense.
It is pretty. All 3 bedrooms are back here. And this bedroom too. Pretty. There's 1 bath.
That must be the master
bath. I think we're in the master bedroom now, yeah. Yeah, because here's the master bath and the master closet. Good space.
Here's the second bath.
Yep. All right. So overall, pretty good condition, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
So they've been trying to sell this thing for 352 days. There's only 365 days in a year. So they've been trying to sell this thing for a year. Crazy. 2-car garage, built in 2011, and it has a $31 HOA. Let's see if this agent is telling us anything here.
Single story home, perfectly situated on an oversized corner lot.
Yep. Community boasts amenities including splash pad, cooling down during those hot days. Splash pad, like we got one for the backyard, but they have like a permanent one basically, where it just shoots water up.
Those ones that are cemented into the ground.
Clubhouse, parks, pond,
scenery,
serene ponds. Charming residents, so just nice community, basically.
Wait, that's 2 levels?
No, just one.
Up there. It said 2 level.
No, bedroom 2, level 1. Only a 1-story house. Written kind of weird. So Core Logic is saying this thing is worth basically what they're asking. Quantarium 231. So the median list price in the area, which is kind of like an average for the middle, is 340, and the average sold is only 270. So way below that, and that's an average of 75 days. And let's see if we can find a reasonable comp in here. That was 2021. Not really doing us any good. But 195. Let's see what else we.
What's a scheduled tour?
If you click that button, it'll reach out to an agent and you can schedule your own tour
Oh, so like
in
those
person.
So like those videos you do where you go around the house with some other people that you know?
Similar, yeah. All right, in 22, this one sold for 230. Too old.
Nice house.
Yeah, nice house. That was a little bigger than our subject property too. All right, so we're not finding anything recently sold. Let's see if there's anything under oh, what's this telling us here? When they bought this, so they bought it in 23 for 220
In
September, and then in March, so September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So in like 4.5, 5 months, they would put it back on the house for sale. That is the square footage divided by the price. So this is saying per square foot, that's how much it is.
How much is a square foot?
1 foot by 1 foot.
So like that?
Mm-hmm. So that's a square foot. Like a tile floor, they're generally 12 by 12. So 1 foot by 1 foot. And that is 1 square foot.
That much?
So they tried to sell this thing for a whole bunch more, almost what, 70, 50 grand more? Yeah, about $50,000 more within 5 months of buying it.
289.
1,000.
289,900.
Yep. So they tried to put another $50,000 on it right after they bought it, and they have been chasing the market down ever since.
Who's gonna buy a house for that much money?
Clearly nobody, because it's still on the market. Now they're down to 240. So it's still 20 over what they bought it for. Which
You mean like 2,000 over or like
20,000. I mean, that's what most people try to do is they sell for more than they buy.
that's not fair?
That's normal. Why would I sell something at a loss? If I'm trying to make money on something, why would I lose money?
More like 5 grand more.
It just depends on what the market conditions are. All right, so is there anything under contract in here? No, nothing there. What about here? Some of these pictures are definitely they're definitely digitally enhanced. This one?
Yeah. It kind of looks like
for sale.
That kind of looks like the one that
Similar. I think that one's older though.
open house.
These numbers are all over the place.
What does open house mean?
That means that you don't have to have an appointment because the agent's going to be sitting in the house, and then you can just walk through and take a look.
It's like whenever you want, if you see it online, you can just go there.
As long as there's a scheduled open house, yeah. Otherwise, you need to make an appointment. All right, let's look at rents and see what we can come up with. We're looking for single families. All right, so 1375. $17.95, $14.95, $15.50, $18. That's for a townhouse. That's a connected house.
Oh. Wait, I didn't know townhouses were connected houses.
Yes. They're typically, what you see around here is they're typically in rows of like 5 or 6. There's like one block and there's 5 houses. Those are townhouses. All right, so a wide range here. I think we didn't really get a good feel for any comparable sales. So looking at what he paid for it versus how long it's been on the market and chasing down and looking at some of these other ones here as to what they sold for. And 2021 was about the top of the market. So we'll look at this one. We'll go back to that in a second. You can ask again. So this one sold in 2021, which was basically the top of the market at 195. So I think we're going to use that 195 as our ARV. ARV stands for after repair value. And that means once everything is perfect and no issues, that's what we think it's worth. That's our ARV, or after repair value. So we're going to use 195 as our ARV. Now we're going to jump over to the InvestNest. Got it pulled up here on the InvestNest. Awesome site. There will be a link below down in the description that will get you your first week for free and 50% off of your first month. So check it out, try it, and see if you like it. They do offer skip tracing. Do you know what skip tracing is?
Yeah.
What?
It's when you put down the money for like how much you think the loan might be or something.
Not even remotely close. Oh. That's down payment. This is skip tracing. So if I want to contact the seller directly, if I push this button here, it'll give me their cell phone, their house phone, their emails, their names, all the stuff about them.
Their last names?
All of it. Because it's all public record. And if they bought anything online, they put their email in and their phone number. So that's how I can get that. So with the InvestNest, they include this in their monthly fee. They don't charge extra for it. Finance details. Hey, Mortgage Link. We know them. They are actually based here in Maryland, but they do have a big branch out in Oklahoma. So kind of cool. And a big jump. 20, and this is 10 years ago. Sold for 135. This is the one we're looking at right now. They bought it in 23 for $220,000.
2016.
Yep.
That's a long time ago.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's analyze this thing. So we are going to call this just the property address. See that. All right, so we said our ARV was $195,000, right?
Yep.
All right, so at 195, we're going to do 70% of that to get our offer price, or MAO, max allowable offer.
Okay.
So we're going to do up our calculator here, and we're going to do 195,000 times 70%, and that gives us an offer price of
136,500.
boom.
I typed in the numbers.
6. You can do the next one. All right, so closing costs, we're going to offer to pay both sides, buyer and seller, and that's going to be about 4%. So give me a 4. Perfect. And our lender is going to charge us about 2 points, and that's for them to get, that's how they get paid to produce the loan for us. And improvements, house looks in good shape, right?
Yeah, I don't think we need to do any.
All right, so we're not going to do any improvements. We're just going to say it's perfect. Our down payment, that's what you were thinking earlier, that's going to be 25%. And our loan term, we want to kick that out to 30 years. And for rate, I think we're sitting around a 6.75. All right, so our rental income, this one isn't telling us, we couldn't really pick up, but it was sitting around 1,700, 1,800 from what we could see from Realtor. Now we're going to use two other sites that I like, and that's Rentometer and what was the other one? HUD, or the
HUD.
Section 8 website. So first, Rentometer, the average 1925, median 2000. The upper, they're getting a little bit, almost 2100. The lower is that 1750. So we're going to stick to the lower number.
1750.
We're going to stick to that 1750. But just to double check that, we're going to check the HUD website or Section 8 and see what they're offering. 1770. I think our 1750 is pretty solid, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to plug that number in. 1750.
Other income.
If we had, easy one would be if we had laundry, if we charged them for laundry. So then, like you say, we rented them a washer and dryer. We could charge them for that as well.
Oh, kind of like a laundry fee?
Yeah, very similar. Property taxes look right. Insurance, I'd like to do 1,500, which is 125 a month. Property manager, we're going to pay them 10%. Already in there. All of our utilities, so water, electric, gas, HOA, do have to put that in 31. Perfect. And good.
What are other expenses?
We don't have any. And then our reserve fund, I call it my war chest, and that is 5% for repairs and maintenance, vacancy, and capital expenditures.
It's also called a war chest because if something breaks, then
I'm ready to go to war. I'm fully funded. So that's why I call it my war chest, because when I have to go to war, I need funds. So 15% off the top each month goes into that separate fund. Now, our appreciation rate, meaning the house is going to increase in value 2% per year. That's what we're guessing. And I like to raise rents. Sorry, stole it from you. I like to raise rents 2.5% per year. We're going to plan to hold this for about 10 years. And are we real estate investors? Yes. Do we pay full commissions?
No. Lower it down to 5.
That's my girl. All right. Let's see what our numbers look like. Now you're going to do the, if you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. And then we'll show you the numbers.
Okay. If you haven't already done so, go like and subscribe.
Boom, cash flow positive. So we are going to make $237, just round up, call it 238, and that's going to cost us about $42,000 out of pocket. Our mortgage payment is $664, and our down payment, it's a big chunk, and our down payment is $34. So our cap rate is just below 8%, and that is more a multifamily thing.
We are real estate investors.
Yes, we are. DSCR, they like to see a minimum of a 1, realistically about a 1.2, so there's more than hits. Our cash on cash is just below 7. It's a pretty good return. Our return on investment is 1603. If you follow the 1% rule, that does fit. And here's another thing I like about the investness. It breaks all of our figures down. Now, our operating expenses, 585, 69. What does that include?
These property taxes monthly, water, sewer, electric, gas, HOA, and insurance and other expenses.
Yep. So we only have management, taxes, HOA, and insurance on this one.
HOA is association dues.
Yep. And our reserve fund, we're putting $262.50 away each month. Our mortgage is here. So if we add these numbers up here, that gives us that 15, 12, 19. But our rent is going to be $17.50. So good returns across everything.
Cash flow overtime.
All right. So here's one of the things I like to look at. If I can get my money back in 4 or 5 years, the money that I have to put in, that 42,000, if I can get that back, then I'm dealing with just OPM.
Open other people's money.
Boom, she got it. So once I recoup that original 42,000 back, I just have the bank loan and I'm using their money. So OPM, other people's money. So for me, if I can get my cash back out in 4 to 5 years, it's a really good deal. This one, you're almost doing to get it in 3 years. So pretty good deal.
Dad, earlier didn't you say something about like infinite something?
Infinite return. Yes.
Yeah, infinite return.
So once I get all my money back and I'm using OPM, it's an infinite return for me every single month. So pretty solid cash deal, right?
Yeah.
Now we're going to jump over and do my favorite part, analyze the creative side. This is my creative calculator. You can get it off my website, christhompsonteam.com. And as always, links below. So, all right. So we said our ARV was what? 195,000. Type that in. And so at that, on a creative deal, we're going to get a little bit closer to that. What do you think?
196.
Why would we offer more than we think it's worth? How about 180,000?
Yeah. Where's the zero?
Hit it 3 more times. Perfect. And our interest rate, we're going to see if we can get away with a 2%. Perfect. And to figure out our PITI, or principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. And what is that? Mortgage payment.
Yep.
For that, we're going to jump over to bank rate. Now, being that I didn't record this earlier, we already have this done. So we're going to offer 180,000, 5% down, 2% interest, and our property taxes we're thinking are $255 a month. Our how much is our homeowners insurance?
125.
And our is zero.
HOA fees per month 31.
Yep.
And
that gives us a total PITI, or principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, 30 years. We're borrowing the money for 30 years. So principal, interest, taxes, and insurance is going to be $1,043 a month. And that also includes the HOA. So 1,043. Enter. Nope. Not another zero.
Oh.
Enter. All right. And what did we say our rents were? 1,750?
Yeah.
All right. Give me 1,750. Enter. Boom. This is a really good creative deal. So our gross cash flow, meaning before expenses, is 707. 262.50 goes into our war chest. We're paying our property manager how much?
175.
175 a month, and that leaves us with
269.50.
Boom. It's pretty good cash flow. So we're almost netting $300 a month. Net means after expenses what we get to keep. All right. Now we said we were going to give this seller 5% down. So let's double check. 9,000. Oh, 9,000. Enter. Nope, not 90. Enter. And agent commission. This agent's really not doing anything. Let's throw them $500 and see if they'll go away. And assignment fee, we're not working with the wholesaler, so that's going to be 0. Just enter again. Enter. All right, good. Don't touch. All right, closing costs is going to be that same 4% that we did on the creative side, or on the cash side, sorry.
7,800.
$7,800. And a cost of renos, we said we're not doing anything because this thing's perfect. And 2 months of holding, what is our holding cost?
2,086.
And what does that consist of? 2 months of this, our mortgage payment.
2 months of 1,043.
Yep. So our holding costs, we're going to plan on 2 months of mortgage payments. We don't think there's any arrears, or at least that we know of. And
let's move on to our TC.
And our TC, or transaction coordinator, that's who does all the paperwork and makes sure everything's filed correctly.
1,500.
Boom. So for about $21,000 out of pocket, we can bring in a net of almost $270 a month, and that is an ROI of about 6.5 years to recoup our original investment. So a little bit longer, but we're a whole lot less money out of pocket. So with this one is ROI,
Yeah.
return on investment. So for $21,000 versus $41,500, and we're making, so this is 237 versus our 269. So
269.50.
we're less than half the money out of our pocket and more cash flow. Pretty cool, right?
Yep.
And there you have it. What are your thoughts on 7210 South Fur Place in Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, just outside of Tulsa? Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma. What do you think? Good cash deal?
Yep.
Good creative deal?
And one more thing, if you didn't subscribe earlier because you didn't want to miss the show, go subscribe now.
I didn't even ask her to say that one. The first two, I totally did. That is going to do it here for us in the corner barn on the weekly deal analysis. I am Chris Thompson, that bearded guy, the creative guy. We will see you next week. You did awesome.
I even added that one in.
I know.
So I'm like,